2 million podcasts in America. And we don't do a podcast, so if you're counting us, then you have to go down one. All right? Many of them are irresponsible. They're just people spouting, saying whatever they want to say. They don't think there's any accountability. Well, there is now, because a lawsuit has been filed in New York State by a man named Robert O'Neill. Now, if you read my book, Killing the Killers, you know who Robert O'Neill is. He's a former Navy SEAL who is credited with killing Osama bin Laden in the raid on bin Laden's compound, May 2nd, 2011, Pakistan. Okay, we open Killing Killers. It is harrowing what happened in that raid. Robert O'Neill pulled the trigger and ended bin Laden's life. We checked it every way we could possibly check it. It's in the book. We believe it happened. Well, there's a podcast, two guys, that say O'Neill's a fraud. He didn't kill bin Laden. Now, you've got to look at O'Neill's resume. 2 Silver Stars, 4 bronze medals, Joint Service Commendation Medal, 3 Presidential Unit Citations, 2 Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals. I mean, the guy was in the Navy 16 years. He's one of the most decorated officers, Chief Petty Officer. And now these two are saying, no, he's a fraud. So joining us now from New York City is Senior Chief Petty Officer Robert O'Neill, retired. Now, did I sum that up accurately? Did I miss anything or misstate anything?
No, thank you for that, Mr. O'Reilly. It's good to be back with you. The only little thing is all 4 Bronze Stars have valor. One of the Navy and Marine Corps commendations has valor. The Joint Service Commendations has valor. And Silver Stars do not come with valor. It's just assumed gallantry against the enemy. No, that was good. And it's the case, too. It's just like you said, with millions of podcasts, people can say whatever they want. And then there's really no accountability. And these guys have been coming after me for a solid 2 years now. And I've listened to it a bunch of times. I don't like hearing it. And I've heard stuff because this is a very high-profile mission. I was actually involved with the most high-profile missions, to include rescuing the lone survivor, Marcus Luttrell. I was the lead jumper to rescue Richard Phillips from Somali pirates, and I was the guy that ended up shooting Osama bin Laden. And I've heard stuff, and I do, from other veterans towards other veterans. I'm tired of the vet-on-vet hate. But when my college-age daughter started calling me, having trouble sleeping at night and going to bed crying because their father's a fraud, everything he did was a lie, it starts to get to me. And these are the same girls that one of my daughters was 3 when I left to go after Osama bin Laden. I wasn't allowed to tell her or my family where I was going. I was pretty sure I wasn't coming back. I was saying goodbye to her for the last time. And she ran upstairs, got a Hello Kitty carry-on, put Mr. Elephant and a pillow in it, and said, take me on vacation when you get back. That's enough to live with right there. We did come back and we lived. And then, 14 or however many years later, to hear it's all fake, it's all made up, and I'm a fraud. There is a time to stand up to bullies in everyone's life, and this is just my time, again, to go find the bully and win.
All right, what are you suing for?
Well, I'm suing them for defamation because they've been...
defamation, they're defaming your character, calling you a liar, and you're suing them. Why do you think these guys are doing it? There are 2 of them, right? Brent Tucker and Tyler Hoover. Those are the 2 guys you're suing?
Those are the 2 main guys. Brent Tucker in particular, he's a former operator at a Tier 1 unit for the Army, which is a stellar unit. I mean, it's almost surprising, too, that the unit is letting him be the face of the unit, but that's what they're doing. And I'm going after them because they're in talks with people behind the scenes that are just telling them different stuff. They're basing it on an after actions report that we gave after the bin Laden raid. And there was a guy who was actually just on Sean Ryan's show last week. He was on the raid, too. He based his book, No Easy Day, on the after action report that isn't quite true. But he went on Sean Ryan's show and admitted that he shot bin Laden after he's dead. So the 2 things that were left out that I purposely left out of the after action: 1, Amal bin Laden was shot before I got there. She got shot somehow. And then other guys shot bin Laden after I had killed him. I left them out of that on purpose because a lot of stuff doesn't need to go in there.
All right, but that'll all be adjudicated in the court of law. What I'm trying to get at here is, why do these guys want to do this to you? There's enough evidence that says what you did happened. You got guys in your unit. You got the commander, because we checked all that out before we put it in killing the killers. Okay. So why would these guys want to go up against that? Is there a reason?
Well, I mean, there's got to be a reason. It's got to be peppered with jealousy, and some of it could be
So
post-traumatic stress.
you don't know these guys? You never talked to them? Never met
No,
them?
I've never met him. I was at my mom's house in Butte, Montana, and it came across one of my feeds where this guy, Brent Tucker, was saying, "I know for a fact that Rob O'Neill did not kill Bin Laden." And I even responded to him, which was a mistake because it gave him credit, or it gave him some eyes on. And I just said, I think my first response was, "Dude, I don't even know you."
Right.
And just to go without question, I know exactly what happened.
This is New York State. It's going to take you years to get this into the courtroom and the lawyer fees and all that. You got a guy working pro bono on your behalf. You paying him, the lawyer?
Yeah, I've hired a firm to help me out. David Schwartz is helping me out, and we've gone through a lot of research. I've gotten, I even got like you probably talked to Admiral Bill McRaven, who was overall in charge.
We talked
to Barack Obama. I've got a letter that he wrote from him, and I had to tell him as well, I don't want to do this. I would appreciate a letter. And he obviously said, well, of course I'll help you. And I said, what do I owe you? And he said, you already did it. And that's something about the nobility.
No, you're going to win. It's just going to take forever. And then this is New York State. Okay. They designed the whole civil legal system to enrich the attorneys, to keep it going for years and years and years. That's what they do. So say at the end, you win. These guys don't have money to pay you off big time. The two podcasters, they don't have anything.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna. I have the truth on my side, so I'm not worried. I don't think anybody wins. It's not like I want to do this.
No, all right, but I'm going in the legal system, so there's going to be a jury trial unless these two guys settle. And I don't know. Maybe you would settle with them. I don't know. But there's going to be a jury, and they're going to say, no, this is all bull, and these guys attacked them, and they were malicious in doing it, and it's a defamatory system, so they got to pay Robert O'Neill this much money, which they're not going to be able to pay. So and correct me if I'm wrong, this just looks like you want a righteous action against what you believe is very wrong. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, that's very correct, Mr. O'Reilly, and it will also be a stand for the vet on vet. Hey, this is not. I am the first veteran they've attacked, but they've then gone on to attack everybody else. And part that bothers me too is they're really taking joy in watching them destroy other people.
I don't think you're going to be taking a lot of joy, Robert, when they have to show up in New York and hire defense attorneys and everything else.
Oh, I know.
They're not going to be so joyful about that. I mean, you're putting the wood to them.
I know, but you know what really made me decide that too is he got on his new podcast that he renamed as a positive thing. He did an hour and a half trashing me, and he said if I was lying about Rob O'Neill, he'd sue me. So here we are.
Okay, all right, we're going to follow the case. We, of course, admire your service. The story about your daughter is very troubling to me because I know that's true, and I know that people who are attacked in the public arena, their family gets crushed. And that alone is worth going after these people. So you keep us posted about what happens. Mr. O'Neill, thank you very much for everything you've done for this country. And we'll talk again soon, okay?
All an honor, and thanks for having me, Mr. O'Reilly.